Schrodinger's Goyim. When they say it about us, it's merely a fun gesture, ironic, just a word to refer to us. Yet, when we say it about ourselves, well, you might as well be a bona fide Nazi. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Narrative with me, your host, William, the host with the most and the most love. Oh my God, folks. Anna Kasparian. Oh, big moment today on X with Anna Kasparian. I mean, she's been having like a moment recently. And so I wanted to talk about her a little further. I wanted to talk about sphere of influence a little bit further. But folks, before we get into that, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified whenever I make a new post. Folks, enough of the intros, enough of the nonsense. Let's get into it. For all like the super new gens out there, new gen to political discourse online, Anna Kasparian is obviously the co-host of The Young Turks. Longtime liberal progressive. Like this is not someone who is on, I don't want to say our side, because you know, here at the Narrative, here with your friend William, we are a bit unique in our political positions, but let's just say most of her political opinions and most of her contingent would not take kindly to some of the things we talk about here. And yet she has been kind of leading this charge of like a left-right coalition, the coalition being on the issue of Israel. And the Young Turks have always been outspoken against Israel, as much as you can be within media. I mean, the Young Turks, they kind of blew up way back in the day because they were like the first YouTube like political commentary show. Like they were kind of the first ones to take YouTube as if it was television. And so they've been around forever. I remember seeing Young Turks videos on my feed when I was like 9. Like they've been around for fucking ever. And they've seen waves of popularity. But ever since October 7th, 2023, they have become very, very popular again, largely for their commentary on Israel, their commentary on the war in Gaza. And the reason we're talking about this today is because Anna Kasparian last night had the most incredible, just the most perfect of Twitter exchanges. And it is absolutely exploding on my timeline. I'm sure it's exploding on yours. Let's take a look at what happened here. Anna Kasparian, she tweets out, quote tweeting Joel Berry. Joel Berry, Babylon Bee, this fucking guy. The Babylon Bee, that whole fucking realm of like Daily Wire adjacent, you know, just like proud and unashamed like Zio Media, that whole realm is just complete slob. But Joel Berry, Babylon Bee, this fucking guy, he tweets, notice the left isn't attacking Tucker or Candace, referring to Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens' critique of Israel, which I have my opinions on Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson. When it comes to the anti-Israel right, I mean, do I think Candace Owens is our fucking top guy? Do I think that Candace Owens is like the prime example? No. And I hope not. I am going to drop a hot take here. This is totally unrelated. I am going to drop a hot take here about Candace Owens. Clip this, okay? I'm not entirely against Candace Owens and her presence and her like conspiratorial nonsense for one reason. That reason being, Candace Owens has brought a significant amount of women onto our side, like a significant amount. And I have a theory as to why. I think women, especially young women, naturally crave like tabloid-esque news. It's a very male thing to want like quant, analytical, like Fuentes style news. I think women want a story. You know what I mean? Like that's just kind of how we're wired. It's why tabloids did so well back in the day of print media. And Candace Owens, if you think about it, is just an anti-Israel tabloid. That's really what her channel is. The main point is right. It's just the way she gets there. The way she gets to that point is this very weird conspiratorial fucking ancient Sumerian technology and fucking Egypt and all this crazy shit. And honestly, like that's how women consume news. Am I crazy for that? Like if it gets them here, like if it gets them on the right side, I mean, fuck, like, sure, man, Charlie Kirk was a indigo child with a third eye and whatever, man, whatever fucking works, okay? Back to the story, Anna Kasparian, she tweets out, Tucker, like 80% of the country, doesn't want to go to war with Iran on Israel's behalf. Simple exchange. So there is this like explicit like anti-war sentiment here, something that Anna is showing, but that's not why people are talking about this. And she talks like that a lot. She's talked like that for decades at this point. Basically, here's what happens. You got these two random people. Let me note, two random people. These are not influencers going back and forth. These are not political pundits. These are two random anons going back and forth arguing. One is very clearly on the Israel side, maybe they're Jewish, and the other one is clearly on like the us side, okay? One of them, Sony Ursus, total like 61 follow, total anon account tweets, and here Anna is replying to an obvious anti-Semite about the Goyim waking up. Only anti-Semites talk like that. Out of nowhere, with a folding chair, Anna Kasparian of the Young Turks comes out and says, hey, bitch, the Goyim are waking the fuck up. Deal with it. Oh my, bro, my God. I could fix her. Bro, hold on. Like, no, like I could fix her. Bro, come on. Anna, my love. You know, one time, back when I had a casual account, I posted like a joke video about me like trying to rizz up Anna Kasparian, and she commented on it. She commented on it with a laughing emoji. So I'm already, listen, I know she's like married and is like, I think older than my mom, but I mean, that only adds to it. I'm just saying, dude, hold on, folks, relax. Okay, listen, it's Vrillium. We have fun here. Okay, but no, dude, 6.4 million views. This sets Twitter on fire. Of course, everyone on the right is losing their shit at Anna Kasparian. And don't get me wrong, she's had some moments where the right is like, yo, Anna Kasparian's kind of fucking base. But to hit an anon with the Goyim are waking the fuck up, like that's chud level Goyim posting. Like, you know that, right? Like, it's one thing for her in a debate with Shabbos Kestenbaum to be like, I don't care about your atrocity propaganda. That's one thing, okay? She's having like an official debate on Piers Morgan. To fucking tweet at an anon about the Goyim waking up, that's like, this is poll type shit, okay? This is 2016 poll type shit. And yet here we are, and it's Anna Kasparian of the fucking Young Turks. And so everybody is just losing their minds over this. Rightfully so. It's fucking funny. Now everybody's coming out of the woodwork. Now, you know, this tweet drops, it gets big. It initially starts, all the right-wing people are like, this is awesome. Here comes everybody. Everybody has a fucking take on this. Everybody has a reply. And funny enough, it's the right wing that's supporting her. It's like the right wing, or really just any like kind of conservative adjacent contingent that's coming out and being like, Anna, fuck yeah. And it's like the liberals that are tweeting out against her. It's the liberals who are like, whoa, this is too far. Hassan Piker is coming out. He's trying to run cover and being like, oh, well, this is actually ironic, referring to Jewish supremacists. It's not. Arthur Kwan Lee comes out. Damn, that's fucking hot. I love, my brother is just another me, okay? If I think he's Korean. If I was Asian, I am Arthur Kwan Lee, okay? My skin may be white, my heart is Arthur Kwan Lee, okay? That's my brother right there. What do they do? They do the how do you do it? It's one of these. You know what I'm talking about. What do they do? One of these. How do they do that? He knows what I mean. Okay, Arthur. And also, we were supposed to collab recently, but I was so busy. But that's coming one of these days. My brother is just another me. He fucking gets it. Dude, she's bad. Okay, like, all right, I know we're supposed to be somewhat serious here, and we're supposed to like, yeah, like I get it, okay, politics, it's the end of the world, but like, dude, come on. I could change her. I could fix her. I could. I'm just saying. I've come back from worse, okay? Basically, to sum it up, anyone who's like cool is like, oh, this is awesome. And then anybody who's fucking lame is like, this is anti-Semitic. This is so terrible. This is normalization. We can't let this happen. This is normalizing dangerous rhetoric. And it's like, dude, shut up. Like, we are goy posting. Like, come on, dude. It's 2026. We are Talmud posting on the timeline. Fuck you. Fuck the Babylon Bee. Just shut up. Like, we are Talmud posting on the timeline. Anna Kasparian of the Young Turks is Goyim posting. Dude, I can't, like, the fucking words coming out of my mouth, it just sounds ridiculous. And maybe you're like a new gen, you don't really know the Young Turks. Like, the Young Turks is like very progressive. Granted, in recent years, like, more progressive actors have come up, but like for decades, the Young Turks was like radically progressive. And so I wanted to talk about today, what does this mean for coalitional politics? Something I talk about fairly often. Let's get into it. Now, you guys might remember a week ago when I set Twitter on fire myself. Not as big of a fire, but a fire nonetheless. There was a flame, okay? There was a little sizzle when I posted it. It was 2 videos ago. I talked about how I'm going to give the DNC $50,000 and how like the DNC is going to become the white man's party. Something that like the MAGA shills and that whole crowd, the whole captive dreamer crowd, they did not like. Even John Doyle did a reply to it in his Blaze TV show. What a fucking joke, dude. Just they hit me with the same fucking lines. They were, he's a Democrat plant, he's a communist, he's a tranny, he's this, that, and the other thing, he's a whatever. Which, by the way, can I fucking note, can we talk about, I've had several people send it to me, how John Doyle on Instagram basically like ripped my bit for Black History Month. He did this every day of Black History Month. He debunked Black history and like totally ripped my bit. Like he's talking like he's doing this whole bit of like the alt historical breakdown, because clearly the whole Jew friendly Fuentes, it didn't work for like obvious reasons. The Jew unfriendliness is literally the driving factor of Fuentes. And so Blaze TV and Glenn Beck and that whole crew of fucking Israel shills, they're clearly trying to like reposition on their people. Cause like, dude, it broke Dick Doyle, man. Like he's never ever going to be taken seriously by young people. He burnt himself because he like made this big stink when Fuentes wasn't popular. Ironically, he didn't trust the plan. That's what it was. He didn't trust the plan. And now he's at the Blaze being forced to trust a clearly fictitious plan. But hey, that's his choice, right? And so they have him doing my bit, but like about black people. Like he's doing the alt history thing, but about black people. Because by the way, that's what that whole fucking racket, that whole circuit, that's what they let them do. They let them talk about black people. They have them get just up to the line of like saying the N-word. They would never cross that line because it'd be bad for advertisers, but they'll talk all day about black people, but they never say anything about Indians and Jews. Never. And there's a reason for that. It's because they're getting money from Indians and Jews, and so they don't talk about them. Basically, the reason I say all of that is because this ties into my statements really about coalitional politics. It's becoming very clear that out of the two parties in the two-party system, you have a better case to say that the DNC, that the Democrats, that the progressives are more America first than the supposed party of America first. You have that argument now. When I look at political pundits, when I look at politicians on either side, one side has Anna Kasparian, Goyim posting on the timeline, and these other like weird runoff new politicians, like the whole clip I did literally yesterday about Kat Abu Ghazaleh, who might go to fucking jail for protesting for Palestine. They're out here tweeting about how we're not gonna go to war. Fucking Ilhan Omar, Somalia's top fucking warrior, is tweeting about no war with Iran. And yet, what does the right have? Here's the other side. What do they have? Ted Cruz, Ben Shapiro, Mark Levin, Joel Berry, all these assholes foaming at the mouth. Hello, Goyim. I know the midterms are coming up, Goyim, but our beautiful state of Israel needs you to die. We need you to die in the desert for us. Look at your son, so handsome, so tall. Oh, he'd make a great captain. We need him to die in the Persian Gulf for us. I mean, did you guys see that clip of Ben Shapiro literally saying that if the U.S. doesn't fight for Israel, Israel's going to have to fight for themselves?
I will tell you that everyone else is watching. If the United States backs off of this and cuts some sort of unbelievably weak deal, the consequences will not just be for the Middle East, where Israel will be forced to ramp up its military even more and probably go and attack Iran itself. And he's saying it like, oh, the horror. If the Goyim don't fight for us, we're going to have to fight for ourselves. As if this is like, this is a fucking imperceivable reality. And it's like, dude, this is why I feel politically homeless. This is why a lot of young people feel politically homeless, is because like, this is the circumstances we're in. The left is being more America first. And granted, I will say, like, let me note, because nuance and like political understanding, you really can't expect that from the internet, especially the internet right. I mean, you people are Goyim. Like, let's be honest. Like, a lot of you are goys, and it is what it is. Let me make sure I'm very precise here. Books, baby. Books, you know I love to read. You know I love to review books. I love to talk about books. I like to have books listen, I'm crazy for literature. And folks, there is nothing I love more than alternative, banned, influential, controversial political literature. I mean, all sorts of stuff. The stuff you're not supposed to say. Problem is, it's hard to get. Can't really get a lot of banned literature. It's, banned. But folks, that's where today's sponsor, undergroundcanon.com, comes in. Your #1 retailer for controversial,
banned, taboo, political, cultural, fucking whatever type literature, undergroundcanon.com. They've got everything. They've got left-wing books. They got right-wing books. They've got culture books. They've got social, but they got fucking everything, dude. Just, I love the service that they provide. I love what they're doing. It's a small team of really dedicated, really cool people. They offer great prices, and they are overall a company that you absolutely want to support. So if you, or maybe someone you love, someone in your life, a friend, a coworker, maybe not your boss, is into controversial, taboo literature, be sure to go to undergroundcanon.com and use code VRILLIUM for 5% off your order. Get yourself some books, whether you read them, whether you just want to have them, whether you want to take a picture with them, I don't know, whatever. Get them for whatever reason you want, but make sure you get them from undergroundcanon.com. Again, use code VRILLIUM for 5% off your order. Now, folks, let's get back to the video. They come at it from the wrong perspective. You have to understand, it was Postman, ironically enough, who said it best to me. He said, when I interviewed him one time ages ago, he said the difference between the anti-Israel left and the anti-Israel right is whether or not you think Jews are white. And that's it. Like that, whether or not you think Jews are white. Like, yeah, a lot of left-wing people like this Kat Abu Ghazaleh character, you know, a lot of them are coming from this perspective of, oh, okay, Jews are white. That means that Israel is white supremacy and yada, 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 and they don't like that because they fundamentally hate white people. And so that's bad. But I will note what's interesting here about Kasparian's statements is the ethnic undertone of it. Okay, let me note this. I'm not endorsing the fucking Young Turks. I'm not endorsing progressivism, okay? Let me make that really fucking clear for you people. But I will note her saying Goyim and saying the Goyim are waking up. Like, she clearly knows the ethnic implications of that. She's clearly recognizing that, wait a minute, no, these people, they're not white, they're Jews. And they consider everyone who's not Jewish a goy. They consider all of us goyim. And so when she's speaking like that, she's noting that difference. That difference is there, and she is noting that. Like, this is getting to the root of the issue. And really, if you think about it, this has been the main issue between the left and the right. This has been the roadblock to a proper anti-Israel coalition, which is finding the problem at the root. The reason why the right-wing perspective, the nationalist perspective, the whatever the hell you want to call it, perspective has gotten so popular is because it attacks the root of the issue, that issue being the sheer identity. It's the dissident side of politics that is asking the important question: why would someone like Larry Ellison, who's not an Israeli citizen, who has no business ventures in Israel, is making no money off of the Gaza war, why would that guy, who has no material interest in the state of Israel, why is he literally just buying up American media on behalf of pro-Israel actors and on behalf of a pro-Israel message? It's because he's Jewish. And it's because he sees that as the homeland. He sees the Jewish people as his people, even though he's not a citizen there, lives in America, does business in US dollars, all that, got rich off of us. He views Israel as his ilk, as his home, as his kin. The left has not touched that. They haven't touched that because the left, they're fundamentally materialist. They don't believe the ethnic side of politics. They don't believe in the supernatural. I mean, this is Marx's materialism to a T. And so if you're a materialist, meaning that you view politics as like a class war, or you view politics from solely the material conditions of history and in modern times, then the Israel thing doesn't make a lot of sense. You have to posit this idea of, oh, okay, well, they're doing it because of capitalism. That doesn't really work because capitalism is the profit motive. It's the profit incentive. And yet Larry Ellison, someone like that, and the countless other examples, they're operating at a deficit here. Ellison's not making money off this war. He's not even making money off the existence of Israel. So the capitalism motive, that's out the door. So then there's the, oh, okay, well, what about it's white supremacy, it's colonialism, right? But then you see the words of the Epstein files and you realize, okay, well, wait a minute, clearly they don't view themselves as part of us. Like, clearly they view a very strong and distinct line between us. It's them and us. They don't see us as one thing. So that goes out the door. And it's not colonialism because they're not benefiting a grander power. If anything, they are fucking wrangling grander powers by the neck via the most immoral means possible in order to gain power. So all of the materialist arguments, all of the leftist arguments, they fall apart when criticizing Israel. And so this has been the roadblock of coalitional politics, because anytime you tried to say these things, anytime you tried to say, hey, I think the fact that Noam Chomsky, Epstein, and the Israeli prime minister, I think them all hanging out, there's one thing all those guys have in common. Well, that's bigoted. That's prejudice. And if there's one thing the progressive left never wants to be, 50 miles near prejudice, 50 miles near an opinion that could be considered bigoted, because this is their religion is basically, suicidal empathy and this idea of, we need to be inclusive and never offend anybody. That seems to be falling away for a lot of political actors. A lot of them are starting to adopt the line of, wait a minute, this is kind of becoming undeniable. So when I say the left is being more America first, really what I'm saying is I hope that that we can start meeting up in the middle on some issues. Because if you really think about it, young people in America, whether left or right, are facing the same super issues, something I spoke about before in another video. Unemployment, housing costs, and foreign subversion. 3 biggest things we're facing right now. And really, nothing else can ever be solved until we tackle those issues. Nothing, absolutely nothing can be solved until we tackle those issues. It's a simple fact. It's great to talk about the soul of America and what is the founding stock and it's nothing. That doesn't fucking matter until we get rid of the main super issues. And the left, they want to talk about, inequality and class and the class struggle. Okay, great. None of that matters until we get rid of the super issues here. None of it matters. You're not going to get your class war. You're not going to get your base Turner Diaries race war. You're not going to get any of this shit until we get rid of the main problem, that being foreign subversion, unemployment, housing costs. Those are the 3. If you can't get rid of the 3, we're never going to be free. That's simple, folks. You could fucking trademark that. That simple. The only way that a left-right anti-Israel coalition could ever form, the only way that an anti-foreign funding, anti-war left-right coalition could ever form is if it's rooted in a love of America. It's that simple. It's that simple. Any form of left-right coalition, it's going to have to be America first. And we can have totally different definitions on what America is. You could be from the left-wing, internationalist camp that America is about as good as a sheet of paper you can get at the DMV. Or you can be like us and believe in heritage, culture, believe in, the ethnic ties, whatever. Okay, the more right-wing, the more nationalist stuff. Either way, you need to have a fundamental and overpowering love of America. If you have that, if you have a desire to see the continuation of our union and the continuation of our people as a collective whole, if you have that, we can have that conversation. But if you're coming at it from this perspective of, I'm like a migroid with this stupid low IQ perspective of America as, America and Israel are the same thing, and that means we need to set all the white people on fire, it's not going to work, obviously. But if you come from the perspective of, no, they're different. That's not American. That is not America. This is America. This is American. That isn't. Okay, Israel isn't America. When fucking AIPAC and Kufi and all the Adelsons, all this shit, when they come into our government, that's not American. That's not patriotic. If you recognize that, then coalitional politics is possible. But if you're from this third worldist line of, I want to set America on fire, then okay, we can't have that debate. Because think about it like this. Left-wing and right-wing debates, from a patriotic perspective, it's a debate over how we're going to fix the light bulb that broke. One side is saying, let's go grab a ladder. The other side is saying, no, I think it's an issue with the wiring. Let's go fix that. But at the end of the day, you're both trying to solve the same issue for everyone's betterment. You want the house to be lit for everybody. That is coalitional politics from a patriotic standpoint. Left-wing, right-wing politics between people who love America and people who hate America, it becomes a debate over one side wants to get a ladder and fix the light. The other side wants to find out how many more lights can they break. Do you see the difference? You're not arguing for the betterment of everyone. One is attempting the betterment of everyone, and the other one is attempting the destruction of the state for the betterment of whoever, whether it be the third world or fucking minorities, whatever. If we can have the former, not the latter, we can have a coalitional talk. And then when everything's solved and we can fucking uproot these very unified foreign actors from our government, then we can have the debate on how we're going to change the light. We can have the debate. And really, that's kind of what our founding fathers intended. Granted, not nearly in the fucking way they intended. It's a lot more brown than they intended. That's just false. But that is the fundamental idea, is that we're going to have we're going to have discussions about how to solve problems we're all having. I take it as a good sign. I'm Vrillium. I'm not a partisan for any organization. I'm not even a fucking partisan for any specific ideology. I'm Vrillium. I'm just speaking to what young people are going through out here. And in a time when young people are going through so much, it's clear that our enemies, our detractors, those who are causing us suffering, they're unified, okay? Because there is a left-wing contingent and a right-wing contingent within Jewry. It exists. We know that. There's Ehud Barak and there's Netanyahu, okay? There's Kahana and Ben Gurion. We know that. We know that exists, and yet they are still unified on the core issues. And yet here we are fighting back and forth. So I think there needs to be coalitional politics. And then after we achieve that, then we can have the debate, okay? Then we can have the debate. But if we don't do that first, never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Let's just be honest. My message to the left, because listen, I've made my message to the right very fucking clear. Like, the right does not like Vrillium, okay? The right, mainstream right, not a fan of Vrillium. I think we've established that. My message, though, to the left, to this contingent of the left, is listen, Israel and America are different things, okay? I know from your perspective, it might just look like white men in suits. No, a good chunk of those white men, they're not white. They don't consider themselves white, and they don't consider themselves American. Actual American politics is for the betterment of everybody, okay? Actual patriotic Americans love America and want it to be good not only for themselves, but for you too. We don't want to cause you mass suffering. Do we want some things that you might not be comfortable with? Do we think that some things are problems that you think are good things? Yes, absolutely. But that's what debate is for, okay? That's what debate is supposed to be for. That is what debate politics, the thing we have, is supposed to be for. A coalition is possible if you just accept the idea that, listen, America is awesome. You know that it is, okay? Listen, the American government, it fucking sucks. But we know for a fact it's been subverted for like the past 75 years, okay? So the last 75 years of government action, look at that and throw it out. Take it out of your fucking mind because it's not American, okay? Like 90% of it is not American. Anytime it was American, they just fucking killed the person. It's a beautiful place with beautiful people that's done incredible things. We put a guy on the moon, for fuck's sake, okay? Like, stop it. Stop bullshitting yourself, okay? America number one, like, we put a guy on the moon. Like, come on. We don't need to keep having this back and forth on America's fucking problems, okay? On the shit that America's done. Dude, whatever, okay? Every fucking state that has ever existed, every polity that's ever existed has done bad things, okay? Like, just fucking accept that. Accept it, imbibe it, get the fuck over it, okay? We're here. America's here. It is what it is. Let's get to the issue. The issue is fucking Israel, dude. It's that fucking simple. You know what complaining about sexual minorities, you know what complaining about settler colonialism and land back, you know what complaining about those things gets you? Fucking nothing. Out here complaining about land back. You don't even own property. What are you gonna give back? You don't own a home. So like, enough. I fully believe in coalitional politics and I believe in having the debate, but we need to have this debate about social politics. We can have the debate about the culture war. It needs to come from the same ground. And that ground needs to be rooted, laid, tied to, fucking covered and painted with a deep and true love for America. If you don't have that, we can't have that conversation. It's not possible. But folks, thank you for joining me today on this episode of The Narrative. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow. I mean, come on. All that shit. Come on. Be sure, again, to check out today's sponsor, Underground Canon. Folks, big things coming with them. So definitely check them out. Definitely get your books. They're great, man. Listen, I can't sing their praises enough. What else do I need to show? The lighters. I don't have it in here. It's in my other room. I lit a candle with it. The lighters, the Osama bin lighter. Get your lighter. It's funny. It's a great conversational piece. A lot of you are young. My demographics say you're young. You're going off to college. You want like a little conversation piece. You want to start a conversation with that cool girl who's outside smoking a cigarette? Bring the Osama bin lighter, okay? She'll love that. But folks, thank you again for joining me. And as always, God bless you. God bless America. And folks, the Goyim are waking up.